Eid Al Adha, the biggest Muslim holiday of the year. It commemorates God sending the Prophet Ibrahim a ram to sacrifice instead of his son Isaac. Falling on the 10th day of the month of dulheja in the Islamic calendar, millions of Muslims around the world are gearing up to celebrate the festival of the sacrifice, known in Arabic as Eid Al Adha. And in East Jerusalem's usually empty old city, preparations are well underway. The main tradition among Palestinian families here is known as Akl al-Eid, or the Eid meal. Khadir Zahdi owns his family butchery that was founded more than 50 years ago in this old city. Eid brings in a rush of business for butcheries like this one, as demand is much higher than it is on the average day.
Most of the Muslims are buying their meat now for the Adha. Families gather together in the Adha to make food for each other.
While the Eid season brings in a lot of business, Khadir tells I-24 News that some families now opt for chicken instead of the usual sheep meat, but only because they can no longer afford it, as the downward economic trend continues to plague residents of East Jerusalem.
The price of meat is very expensive. A family will get 2 to 3 kilos of meat and pays 300 shekels. It's not easy. So they settle for chicken or something else.
But whether they're eating chicken, lamb, or sheep, Palestinians pay a visit to the local spice shops to season their Eid meats. Ishaq Adil al-Mu'akkit and his brother say they live for herbs and spices, and beyond that, love to let their consumers know how to make their dishes become instant classics among their families.
The last 4 to 5 days, people are buying a lot more spices because there are a lot more people in the old city. Because it's Eid Al Adha, most people are coming to get spices for their lamb and meats, but also for Eid desserts.
But perhaps the most important Eid tradition, prayers at Al-Aqsa.
Earlier this year for Eid al-Fitr, we saw around 250,000 Muslim worshippers come to pray at the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound right behind me. And with the biggest Muslim holiday right around the corner, we can expect to see that many people, if not more.
And after the rush of Palestinians gearing up for Eid is over, the old city will go back to an emptier scene until the next holiday. Hamda Salhout, I-24 News in East Jerusalem.